Smear a little vegetable fat on the paste before pressing it into the cavity. Use a fine-edged scraper to remove the excess from the centre of the paste to the outside edge. Turn the mould and then remove the extra paste from the other side. Smooth using a greased finger before using a scriber point to lift from the mould. Refer to our video on how to use the CelShapes molds for further instruction on working with the molds. The buttons mould, there are 2 lines and 4 sizes of 7 different geometrical shapes. Arrange the squares in lines, alternating the colours to give a checkerboard effect. Cut a square across the diagonal to complete the corners. Flatten a small ball of white paste and moisten with a little water. Set the points of 5 moulded hearts into the centre of the paste. Assemble in a circle to form the flower petals. A small ball of green paste is placed into the centre of the petals, and a CelStick CS is pressed into this green paste to make the flower centre. 6 small flowers, 2 second-size flowers and 1 third-size flower are required to complete our cake design. Add the last piece of paste strip along the top, using the template as a rest. Trim away the ends so that the mitered corners are neat. Use your additional card to check the alignment. Once completed, remove the template. To make buttons, mould a circle from the mould and use the wider end of a piping tube to mark an inner circle. Do not push the tube all the way through the paste. To make the holes in the button, use the narrow end of the tube and press all the way into the paste. Turning the tube should cut the tiny pieces of paste away. You could also try to stencil or emboss designs on the buttons, or even add a tiny flower and leaves. Look at the geometric shapes on the buttons mould and see if you can assemble some to make animal faces, a great idea for children's cupcakes. You will need to paint in a few features and add a little additional colouring, and hey presto! Use the larger end of a piping tube to cut a teardrop to make a suitable shape for the teddy bear's ears. Bend some tiny teardrops to make ears for the lamb. Some tiny triangles complete the cat's face. Use some tiny circles and teardrops, and when placed correctly, these can make a lovely bee.